Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Slcmof and I'm back again with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about 25k subscribers. Now, 25,000 people, that is a lot of people, and that is the amount of people that hit the subscribe button on my channel. Thank you guys so much, all of you, for supporting the channel, thumbsing up the videos, commenting on all the videos. Everybody, you all know who you are. I would shout out everybody if I could, but there's just not enough time to shout out all the subscribers that comment, again, in every video, like every video, follow me on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. There's so many people that I wish I could do it, but thanks again so much to everybody for subscribing and supporting the videos. It really means a lot to me, and this is definitely my dream of doing this, so I really appreciate everybody for supporting that and in whatever way possible. Now, with that being said, we're going to be moving into a 25k Q&A. Now, this is totally copied from the real Comic Book Gamer. I saw him do it, and I really liked it. And basically what he did is he basically answered every question he got. If I'm not mistaken, that's what he did. And it was like, his was like 40 minutes long. So that's what I'm going to do. So you guys ask me questions in the description of this, or the comments of this video. And then you can also tweet me. And if you're going to ask a question, make sure to use the hashtag AskSlikk, ASKSLC. I know SLC doesn't really translate to slick, but just work with it. It's rough, you know. That Slcmof, I'm not going to have the full name in there. So just ask Slikk, hashtag ASKSLC. And with that being said, if you have that hashtag, whether it be Twitter, YouTube, whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as you at me, then I see them. I read every single comment, and I try to respond to a lot of them. Recently, I will be honest, it has been very hard for me to respond to every comment. I've been taking probably 2 hours out of every day to respond to comments, and it is very tough because I have moved into more discussion type videos where everybody, obviously puts their opinion in the comments, which I really enjoy, and it makes me, I like reading them. And I do read every single comment, and I respond to maybe like 85% now instead of 100. So I do apologize if those of you, the last 2 times or 3 times you've commented, you haven't gotten a response. I try my best. Like I said, I spend literally 2 hours a day responding to comments, and I just cannot get them all because, like I said, I upload every single day, and those videos all get comments on them, and people comment on those comments, and it just kind of goes from there, and I try to get to everybody. And a lot of people also ask questions that, like are repeated, like maybe like what kind of PBR you use is a question that I get pretty frequently, at which point I will just do a Q&A, and then everyone can watch the Q&A, and I will answer that. So if anyone wants to ask that question and get that question out of the way, then you can certainly do that in the description below. Just make sure you use the hashtag AskSlikk, ASKSLC. Now, again, thank you guys so much for all the support. I didn't really do anything for 20k, 25k. I want to make a pretty big deal out of it, and again, I'm going to answer every single question that I get, whether it be on Twitter or YouTube, so I imagine that's going to be a pretty big deal to a lot of you. And I will tell you, there are only a few questions that are off limits. One of the questions that is off limits is, how did you get your name? I will not say how I got my name. It's a question that I get very frequently, and some of you may know it, and if you do know it and you put it in the comment section below, then you're getting deleted. No, just kidding. Well, not really. I will delete your comment if you say how I got my name. But yeah, people ask me that all the time. Slcmof, that's such a random name. How do you get that? I made a video about it in Black Ops 2. Most all of you have not seen it. There are, of course, some of you that have, but yeah, that would be like a 100k thing, 100,000 subscribers, and some of my closest friends know how I got the name, and yeah, so I'm just not gonna talk about that. That's totally off limits, and so you can ask anything other than that, and if I don't include your comment in the video, then it was just way too crazy for me to include it. It was too profane or something insane like that. Basically, my point being, if you don't ask how I got my name, then you're going to be in the video, and I'm going to answer your questions. So, thanks again so much for all the support. I'm really looking forward to doing this video. I'm going to give you guys a few days to, ask all your questions, and you can feel free to ask multiple questions. I may not get to all of them, and after a point, maybe in 2 to 3 days, I will cut off questions, and questions asked after that point will not be in the video, just because obviously I've got to record it and that kind of thing. So, if you ask a question, like I said, I'll get to it, and I'll also, flash it on the screen for everybody to see and shout out your username and everything like that. It's going to be great. So, all your questions that you guys have been asking in the comments, and all the common faces, so to speak, of my channel, and all the the supporters and everybody that I you know, speak to every day that I upload, in the comments. You guys, you know, it'll be an interactive thing, and I think it'll be fun for everybody, and you guys can get to learn a little more about me as well if you're interested in that. I don't really know. Besides how I got my name, that's the only thing you will learn. Anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed. My name's Slcmof, and we'll see you in the next video.